Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Shaneria and this is Talk and Crime. Today we have another reaction video, and if you're not new, you already know we get right into these reaction videos. But if you're new here, yo, hit that subscribe button, join the family, help me get my watch hours up. Let's get started on today's reaction video.
My granny disowned me because I told her that I was gonna go to the cops about my dad touching me when I was growing up. Let's get into it. Okay, so boom, I won't go into great detail about the SA that happened or whatever, because I know that that's like a trigger warning for certain people. But growing up for about 15 to 16 years, I was abused by my said sperm donor, you know what I'm saying, in very malicious ways, and ways that he would try to make it seem like it's okay to do these things, it's okay to be like this because I'm so young and it's so groomed and stuff like that, right? I say so groomed, but I mean like easy to manipulate. I mean, I guess that's the same thing. But anyway, so fast forward all of these years later, in between time, there was a time that my stepsister came out about him doing something to her, and everyone just shunned and denied, and I'm not gonna be quiet no more. I'm not even gonna lie. I remember specifically being 15 years old and people telling me that they could not tell me what my dad got in trouble for because I was too young to, I say 15, I'm sorry, 13. I was too young to understand or to know what was going on or what was happening in the family or whatever. They thought that it was gonna make me feel some type of way. Whole time, if they would have told me, I would have let them know, you know, hey, this happening to me too. I keep taking these little breaks because I be getting winded and I gotta like piece my thoughts together, so you just gotta bear with me. But okay, so boom, let's fast forward. I joined the military because I was trying to get away from said abuse, right? Said father got out of prison and went right back to doing exactly what it was that he was doing at first. And me being the daughter that I am, you know, I was trying to do, you know, maybe he can grow, maybe he can change, maybe it's, you know, something is really wrong with something's really going on, he really needs help, you know. So I was trying to stay around and try to stay and be that person. Negative. I should have never ever did that. So boom, I'm in the military and I get a phone call from my big sister. I have a sister on my dad's side, it's just me and her. I get a phone call from my big sister and she's like, hey, you know, I think I'm ready to tell my story. Are you ready? Do you support me? Do you whatever? Are you ready to do this too? And I was like, well, I don't know if I'm ready yet. Let me think about it, you know, and you know, maybe we can do it together or something, but give me a chance, because I feel like that is a very hot topic to talk about, right? So boom, she says okay. She's like, she's gonna let me think about it. I ended up going to dang, what I'm trying to say, hold on. Okay, I ended up going to sleep, and as I wake up the next morning, I get a phone call, but I don't answer the phone because in the military be keeping me busy from time to time, whatever. And then I get a text message and says, hey, your sister said some things that were going on in your life or in y'all's life, and she made mention of you, and I just need to know what's going on because your sister is dramatic and she does the most and blah 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 blah, right? So I'm like, okay, well, what did she say? She said, she said, and I'm gonna do a part 2 because I got shit to do, but just comment for part 2. All right, I'm back, and I'm gonna try to make this all in one because I hate watching 17-part stories. So boom, she had texted me that message about you know, and my sister's dramatic and all of this other kind of stuff. So I called her or whatever, because I did leave out that part that after I read that message, I called her and I was like, well, what did she say? She was like, oh, well, she said that he was saying in better words, I will pay you to do this. I will give you this amount of money if you do this for me, or if you do this for my friends, if you do this or whatever. Now, this has gradually been a thing for forever. That was just one of the things that she had brought up. And then she had brought up some other things about unwarranted touching and very uncomfortable conversations and pictures and like very exploiting children, exploiting both me and her, right? So she says, please tell me what's going on. I just need to know what's going on because I'm so overwhelmed and blah, 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 right? So me being me, I was not even ready to tell my part of the story, like my truth, you know. But one thing I won't do is sit here and have anybody playing on my sister's name and saying that she's a liar or that this didn't happen when I know it happened because it happened to me too, you know. And we used to have little discussions, kind of, sort of. And I also know that my sister used to take on a lot because she was the big sister and she was trying to make sure that it didn't happen to me. Whole time it was still happening to me. And it was just kind of confusing when we tried to understand it. But back to the story. So I'm like, yes, this is true. This is what happened. You know what I'm saying? She didn't lie. She's not lying at all. She's like, I can't believe this. She said, and y'all are gonna go to the police about this. That's my only son, and I don't have nobody, and I'm gonna disown y'all. If you go to the police, I'm gonna disown you. This is what she said on the phone. I said, okay, cool. Click, hang up on you. Don't give a fuck, because one thing I'm not gonna do is sit here and not be heard. I'm not having that. You telling me that your son can't do no wrong because you don't have nobody in your life. Whole time you still got 2 other daughters, and let's add them 2 daughters into the situation too, because I feel like their whole family is just, I feel like something's wrong with them. So of course I hang up on her, and then she ends up like, they have this family group chat where it's my grandmother and it's my dad and my 2 aunts. It's all of them. They're all in a group chat. They're so family oriented. I see why they're so family oriented. Sick people. But they have a group chat or whatever. And so I guess I'm assuming that she texted in the chat that she had talked to me and Des and like whatever was going on. So I proceeded to get a phone call from my aunt. Now a little backstory on this aunt. This aunt was like my number 1 aunt, like top of the line aunt. Every weekend she would pick me up. Growing up, we would go to the zoo. She lived where I lived, so she would always come pick me up. We would always spend time together. We would always travel together. I used to ride in her Mustang. We used to play games. Like, this was my aunt. This is one, I knew her number by heart in elementary school. This was my aunt, right? Loved her down. So this is who calls me. She calls me and she proceeds to talk to me about whatever happened. So I proceeded to tell her that, I just want to let you know that your mother said that if I go to the police, then she's going to disown me. So I just want to let you know right now, and I want to let anybody else know right now that if that's how y'all feel, then y'all might as well just disown me right now. I have no problem doing it because I'm still going to go to the police, and I'm not going to stop my sister from being who she needs to be. Then my aunt proceeds to say, well, I don't think that he should go to prison because he just got out of prison and he just needs some help and it's a lot going on. And I was thinking, and this whole time I feel like they already knew, because they knew that he was taking, drugs, and it was very excessive. Used to do them in front of me, very, very excessive. It got to a point where like he looked like a skeleton in the face, like eyes were like deep in, like face was like super skinny, super like he looked like a skeleton, like a scary demonic skeleton. But she continuously says like, oh, he needs to go get help. We'll find him a place to get help, but I don't think we need to send him to whatever. And I'm like, honestly, this stuff is still going on. Even when he got out of prison, he still continues to get back and do this same thing. It's more than just something. No, this is off. It's not wired in his brain, and y'all are not wired in his brain to be trying to help this man or trying to help us, because you're not even defending me, or you're not understanding me or where I'm coming from or my sister. You just think, oh, my brother. What about your niece that you grew up with, that you love, that you cared about? So, side note, they also have money. They have a little bit of money, and be mindful that I'm in the military. I just got in the military. But it went...
Well, use that money to get him some fucking help. Don't be calling me, asking me to save your son, your brother, the one who touched me, put me in a mental state of mind, and when I was younger, realized that this was not even okay. Like, save your brother. Help your brother. But I'm going to do what needs to be done, me and my sister, and that's that. Why y'all calling me?
Into the fact that they said, oh, well, we're going to lawyer up. You about to lawyer up for a child. You about to lawyer up for a child. Really? Really? Is that what we going to do? Proceeded to go through with it. There was not enough evidence for the lawyers to, or for the person that my sister had working on the case to like solidify it for us, even though she had CPS visitations from when we were younger, a bunch of shit that I didn't even know about, and stuff like that. And they decided to let us go get off with protective order, basically, which means that no near, no around, no nothing, no type of, no contact, no connection, no nothing. And then it's been like that, and it's continuously been like that. And whole time, we can fast forward still, I still know that they still feel the same way, and they still have the same energy. Oh, pause, hold on. Back to that aunt. She ended up blocking me when we got off that phone. Yes, and that broke my heart, like broke my heart into pieces. So that's why I don't think that nobody can really break my heart. I'm like, that shattered my spirit to the T, because like I said, favorite aunt, never expected that. Blocked the shit out of me. So boom, I'm gonna skip a little bit of details. I will answer any comments. I will video up any comments. Anybody that got any questions, I will video up anything that y'all feel like I might have left out. But okay, but yes, boom, fast forward to maybe, what is this, the beginning of this year or last year, I posted on Facebook, because I still have them on my Facebook, because I like to post every once in a while to show them that I'm still up one, never needed y'all, still very successful, still handling my business, still super smart, like 10 out of 10, I'm everything that you wish you were in your life, like I know it, and that's just crazy how it works. But boom, I ended up posting on my page, on my Facebook, you know, I'm be ready to tell my story, and y'all are gonna be ready to hear me, and y'all be ready to see what I gotta say, whatever. And I felt like some of my cousins were in the comments like, oh, we support you, we support you. All the time I really feel like they weren't supporting me at first, or maybe they were. I don't know. I feel like people who can't pick a side, like I'm gonna pick the side for you, and the side is not gonna be with me. If you don't have my back, like I had one cousin that totally had my back 1,000%, no matter what nobody said. One cousin. Now I feel like people started to come around after a while, but only one person had one cousin had my back. That was not my sister. So when I made that post, like nobody had seen me in a long time. I wasn't talking to nobody, no cousins, no aunts, no nobody, like nobody. And it's a pretty big family. My grandmother has like 7 siblings, so it's a pretty big family. I got a lot of cousins and a lot of whatever, but I wasn't talking to none of them. I ended up making that Facebook post. I had my cousins commenting on my stuff, like, oh, we support you, I'm here for you, I understand, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like they're commenting and supporting me, stuff like that. And then my grandmother comments. This lady gonna sit there and write a long paragraph on my stuff. Like, I really want to find it. And the paragraph starts with, there's 2 sides to every story. 2 sides to a child story. 2 sides? Nigga, we're 6 years in. 2 sides to a CM story. Are we for real? That don't even make sense. It is the delusion, and it's eating them up. Like it's just, it doesn't even make sense. So when I saw that, I'm like, okay, cool. We're still doing denying. We're still doing whatever. And then my dad act like he still want to be this rapper. And I'm not a big fan of that. All of that going out and hanging out and rapping and making music and being in the studio and stuff, that shit, you got mentally, you got too much going on for you to even be thinking about stuff like that, for you to be going like that. So I pray to God that this reaches that right audience. So when y'all do see my dad, and y'all do know if y'all from Texas or whatever, then we nip this shit in the bud, I swear. Because clearly the police are not going to do nothing. My parent on my dad's side, like they're not going to do nothing. My mother has been full on hardcore support. And I also have fucking 6 siblings on my mom's side who are full on all in support of me. I didn't get to tell them until I was 19 years old. So yeah, just everything just started unfolding. But hell yeah, that's the story time on how my grandmother disowned me, and I just kind of kept the word and left it there, because he's still lying about it, and she still love him, and they still one big happy family. And then there's me and my sister. So apparently my sister gets text messages from my aunt, the one who blocks me, but none of them will ever text me or hit me up, because they know the type of mouth that I have. My sister, she won't ever respond, but me, don't text me, because I'm gonna cut you the fuck out. So at the time I had a friend, and I was explaining everything to him. I guess I had got lit one night, and I was explaining everything to my friend in the car, like how I grew up and how like the conversations me and my dad have and stuff like that. And my friend at the time, we're no longer friends, but my friend at the time was like, oh, you need to tell your mama. We finna go tell your mama right now. Like, I was 19 years old. We finna go tell your mama now. We're telling her now. So we went to my mama's house. She made me sit there, and I fucking told my mama. Instantly. So when I told my mom, and you know, tears instantly, ready to, you know, it's the last child goes there instantly. And then she started to feel bad, you know, because when I would come home from my dad's side of the family, she used to say, you always got this attitude. You always got this attitude. You go back, you come back with this new attitude. Like, what is that? Whole time is because I'm being mistreated, but Like, my mama also has 6 other kids. Like, it's very, I feel like she did the best that she could do. She totally supported me 1,000%. She made me tell my siblings. I have 6 siblings on my mom's side. I had to tell them all, 2 older brothers, an older sister, a younger sister, and a little brother. And my older brothers, they weren't going for it, but I, appreciate their freedom in their life more than I care about what he has to do or what he needs to deal with. I only told my immediate family on my mom's side, so my grandmother on my mom's side doesn't know, my cousins and stuff like that. Whole time they're gonna come across this thing and be like, oh my god, on my mom's side they're not aware. I don't like to share stuff like that because I know how certain people will react to certain things. But my mama fully supported me. She fully cared about me, and it was that. She definitely supported me. I feel like even my sister was mean to me growing up. But I guess that was sisterly love. But then again, everybody felt bad because I would hide it so well. I just would come home with an attitude. Oh yeah, and then my mom would be like, oh, you coming home? Every time you go over there, you got a funky ass attitude when you get back. Maybe I shouldn't let you go over there. And I'm, no, it's okay. Whole time. Says, sister, you called me months ago. We talked for a long time. I have not heard from you since then, but you say you love me. Right now, I'm feeling anger. I tell you and me, if you have flowers for me, give them to me while I can enjoy them. Don't come around after I'm gone. Girl, ain't nobody coming while you here. I'm sorry. Say, I'm a good person with a good heart. I don't need to be validated by anyone. Very disappointed in both of you and some of my other family. Not only am I angry, I'm hurt. Y'all live with that. And then she posted, and then proceeded to post this. Don't be so fast to judge, family. I know more than any of you may think. There's always 2 sides to every story. Girl, at your big old age. Anyways, we keep reading. Make sure you know both sides before you judge. My sister called me months ago, and I've yet to hear from her again. Me, she haven't heard from me in years. I love both of you from a distance and pray your well-being. I do have 3 grandsons who love me dearly and show it. That's because they don't know what type of person you are. Shut the fuck up. I know things that if I told you would devastate all of you who are trying to be judgmental. Everything isn't always as it seems. I'm hurt by my family members who thought they were better than that. I'm an old lady, but I'm about the right thing, and I'm in my right mind. So granddaughters, live your lives and live it well. Other family members who are judging you hurt me as well. Let me just get out of the way so I can read it. Because what the fuck? Common question, very specific answer, yes. Let's talk about it though. My content world, I do content with the person that I'm in love with at the time. If we are, in love and we're working, that's what I shoot with. I don't do extra, all the extra stuff. But yes, I shoot content. This is gonna sound so crazy coming from me, but it's easy. It's easy. I've been doing it so long, unfortunately, that it's easy. It doesn't bother me none. It doesn't make me feel no type of way. It doesn't make me feel less of a person. Like, nothing. Easy money, quick money, easy way to 100K. Like, 100K whole time, 250, 3, 4, 500K. Like, finna buy a house and really whatever. You know what I'm saying? I just made my trauma, nigga, my passion. Like, I just had to flip that shit around. I couldn't sit there and dwell on that and swallowing that. Nigga, I made my trauma my success the whole time. So, shout out to, no, fuck him. Ain't no shout out to him. I just had to do what I had to do. I did the military thing. I did the whole thing, but this was just an easy route, honestly. And it's not hard for me. It don't bother me. And I had this conversation with my sister on my dad's side, my older sister. I had this conversation with her, and she asked me all of these questions and stuff and made sure that I was mentally okay to do this, and I wasn't just doing this because whatever. So we are completely opposite. I am a hypersexual because of this situation. She's absolutely not, so it's crazy too that our worlds just kind of dispersed like that. But yeah, this is absolutely why I do it. But I don't have no problem with doing it. When I retire, and it is what it is. Stuff like that don't be bothering me.
Okay, let me say this. In some of that video, you can hear like a vacuum cleaner, let me address this. Anytime you hear certain noises, people talking, babies, vacuum, any of that, it's in the actual story. It's not my background. I'm just letting people know, because yeah, sometimes it can seem like I'm the one, it's in my background, but no, it's the people that's recording the actual video that's telling their story. Now, let's skip all over that. You guys, this is crazy, but not unique, right? It's not different. This happens a lot where children are old enough now to tell what happened to them, whether it's a family member, friend, whatever, and people literally won't believe it, or they believe it but don't want you to say anything. Now, yes, her sister should have allowed her to address the family on her own, but again, like she said, she don't want nobody to think her sister crazy or making stuff up, so she told her story as well. And usually it's siblings that have the same mother and father, and then it's a sibling on the outside that have like a different mother that doesn't believe. But in this case, both girls had different mothers but the same father, and the situation was happening to both. How could y'all not believe it? Even if they was mother and father, same same parents, why didn't y'all believe it? These girls are now old to tell a story, and 9 times out of 10, once they get older, their story will not change at all. And when they're a child, they're so traumatized that sometimes the story don't align. That's because as a child, some things are just blanked out at the enough, like you don't want to remember. But when you become an adult, stuff start coming back to the point where you're able to tell details. This family failed these 2 young ladies, and it's no telling whether the mother failed her daughters and also other nieces, nephews, grandkids, etc. It's no telling how many other people her son did this to, and she looked past it. Because as y'all can tell in that message, she wasn't saying my grandmother, but that was her grandmother reaching out to her. So those 2 messages that she showed, her grandmother clearly say that if I tell y'all everything, y'all will be so devastated, y'all will be so shocked, right? So that means that this has been happening with that same son for years, and it's no telling, she probably already have secrets of what happened to him. Like, this could have happened to him when he was younger by his daddy. Like, you never know the family history. But if you got these deep dark secrets, why wouldn't you believe your granddaughters? Why would you sugarcoat it? Why would you get your daughter, his sister, to call, and what she was doing? Trying to make silent threats to not go to the police? Because clearly her phone call did not help the situation. It made it worse. And although the oldest daughter wanted to, prosecute her dad or wanted to get her dad in trouble, the system failed her tremendously. A protective order? What? She suffered something physically, mentally, emotionally abused as a child. She was sexually assaulted. She was raped, all the whole 9. And y'all only gave a protection order to them? Are you crazy? The system, the family failed them tremendously. And the red flags were there. Every time she went home, her mother would notice her attitude would change. Her mother noticed her attitude would change. Like, that was a tremendous red flag on her mother's end. But unfortunately, because she didn't speak up and her mother had a whole bunch of other things going, that red flag was being overlooked so many times. But it was being said to her so many times that now in her adult years, she remembers those red flags when she went home. Y'all, they were failed so bad. And it said once you get older and want to tell your story, that nobody believes it because now you're older. Why would you be older and make these things up? It's unbelievable and unreal. That mother and them sisters should have held that brother accountable. They should have called these girls, apologized for what they had to deal with their father, and let them know that regardless if they decide to go to the police or not, that they support them. That was their job. That's it. That's all. But yet they went and tried to protect the enemy, the person, the monster that did this to them, all because it was their brother. He's sick. If y'all really loved him, y'all would get him help and support his daughters. But yet y'all continue to push this stuff over so nobody cannot see it. Meanwhile, it's no telling who else he have done this to. And I blame it on them. And it's no telling whether he did that to his sister, maybe attacked his mother before. Like, you never know at all. I mean, because he been in jail. He been in prison. So it's no telling why he was in prison. And then what make it even worse, they had to get visitation rights. Like, they had to do visitation when the oldest sister was younger. People knew this the whole time. People literally knew this the whole time. And when she was 15, they hid this from her. They tremendously failed this young lady and her sister. You guys, drop down in the comment section what you think about this story. Don't forget to join the family if you new and you made it to the end. Hit that subscribe button and join the family. If you are returning, I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a blessed day. Peace.